All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John from the YouTube channel Pro Craps here on Casino Gaming TV. Again, we're going a little bit late today because Brian Hawaii Crap Shooters is working through his Vegas prep in the morning, taking our old time slot up for the week. So we just decided to back up our show for an hour, and it makes it actually lunchtime over there in the East Coast. So maybe that works out better for some of y'all. Hopefully it does. And we have a special guest in the audience. My good friend Greg is back. And hey, Greg, because you're here, I'm representing today. I'm wearing your shirt. Good to see you in person. As a matter of fact, when I go through my announcements today, you're here. The announcements are this. We all need to remember, and I'm going to say it every day until June, DiceCon. DiceCon. Let's take Vegas over. We were talking about this jokingly with Jeremy on the Craps Chat show. Wouldn't it be cool if we had like 100 of us out there and just took these tables over, right? We could dictate minimums. We could do a lot of cool stuff together. So get yourselves ready for Vegas in June, right? June 19th to the 21st. It's Father's Day weekend. I'm going to be there from the 18th to the 22nd, actually. I'm going to visit some friends and do some stuff. So get there. Go to Jeremy's colorup.club, get signed up. Get registered for DiceCon. DiceCon literally costs you $32. Jeremy's charging $32 to go. It's nothing. And that's just to help cover the cost of renting out Casino Quest. So get yourselves registered and I'll see you there. Now, the Casino Gaming TV channel is starting to get some traction. We hit 200 subscribers yesterday, which is pretty cool. I released 2 videos so far. The David Knoll interview from the Crapsathon, and yesterday we released the interview that I did with Greg from the Crapsathon. It was less of an interview, more of just us BSing around. But those 2 are out now, and you'll see 2 videos a week from Crapsathon coming out to that channel, trying to build up some traffic there. And I was talking to a couple of folks yesterday who shall remain nameless about possibly doing one of our first weekly shows over there live. So once I hear back from them and we get some confirmation, we should have our first weekly show over there at Casino Gaming TV. And of course, Jeff's going to move the Craps Chat over there. So we'll have 2 recurring shows over there plus mine. That channel is going to start taking off pretty soon. And I'm really excited about where it's headed. But again, need your help with that. So get yourselves into the Discord. I got a link down here below for the Discord. Get signed up, get in there. There's no activity yet. Nobody's saying anything other than hello. Get in there, say hello, jump into the Coffee and Craps channel. Let's talk about this show and what you want to see. Let's talk about how Craps League is going to work. Let's talk about other things we have planned. Get in the Discord over there, and let's start building up some groundswell behind these shows. Again, it's driven by what y'all want to see, right? So I have all these ideas, but I'm one guy. So I need you all in there to help us all strategize and make the TV channel the channel we want it to be, right? That's what it's for. I'll happy doing the work and keeping it hosted and getting it put together, but we need you all to feed what do you want to see? What kind of shows do you want? This is a market-driven system, so that's going to be that. All right. With that said, our regular announcements are going to be this. Where are we with Pro Craps? We're working our way through my toolkit strategies. I've gone through the odds maker, the 3-point Johnny, the crossbow, which is a new strategy that I created. We've been doing the skill 66 now for a couple of days. I'm going to check that off as kind of being done. We've seen it enough times, maybe. We're going to do it again today, though, one last time. I'm going to actually do a comparison or a contrast between the skill 66 and the Hawaii Crap Shooters Quarter Pounder with ease. So Brian and I were talking over text yesterday after the show, and he wanted me to show you a couple things and talk through it. So I'm going to run those 2 side by side, not as a comparison, but as a comparison. We'll see. But all of the strategies that I run are coming still. I've got a list, as you can see there, to get through and really do like maybe 1 a week. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see how long they take us to get through. But I want to use them as ways to discuss other things. And as you know, I do that. So heading towards, I want a full set of building blocks. All the strategies that I've got, the things that I teach you in terms of short stack play, in terms of the 3-point challenge, and in terms of 20% win goals, all of those things become building blocks that we can use to build our teams for the Craps League. and maybe teams for later, right? We'll see. So there we go. Yeah, crooked eliminate the reds, and it will. I have taken over Greg's spot as the red roller, man. I'm telling you what, it's crazy town. Anyway, that's where we're headed here. We're going to be going through my toolkit strategies, and again, teaching little things along the way that I think we can level up our game. So that is what we're heading. All right, here we go. Let's see. James, that's a funny comment. Discord is too complicated. I've been sitting out of things since they took 8 tracks away. Oh man, 8 tracks. I so remember 8 tracks. That's pretty funny. All right, let's do our regular set of announcements. I forgot one here, the announcements. I forgot the biggest one. The biggest announcement is actually this. In case you all missed it, Greg was back yesterday. I was talking to Greg over email, and it's funny. Greg and I had this really cool connection. I love Greg. Greg is like one of my best friends. I only met him once in person, but I've been thinking about Greg a lot recently. And you know, I've said this before. When you do a channel like this, you get to know the other authors, right? Like Jeff and I have gotten close friends. Ken and I are very close friends. I talk to El Toro quite a bit. Greg and I have always been kind of close. And when Greg's not around, it's literally like a piece of your soul is gone. Like you're missing a piece of you, right? Like it's like you complete me. You miss that presence, right? And I'll give you a weird example. My sister-in-law you met her, Shar, when she was here. And if you watched me teach Shar how to play craps, remember the dog, Luna, had her muzzle up on the table? She has a Great Dane. That dog is huge. It's like whatever that dog, it's like, that thing is like, whatever, 5 feet tall or some shit like that. Weighs 200 pounds. It's a big ass dog. She moved out. She moved away from us, a couple hours away. That dog is a presence in the house. When that dog's not here, you're like, man, something's missing. That's how it felt when Greg wasn't here. When Greg's not producing, it's like something's missing. And I was about to, I said yesterday, I'm going to do my show, and then I'm going to write to Greg and just, I haven't reached out in a while. How you doing? I didn't want to bother him. Just trying to be respectful, right? And out of the blue, Greg emails me. It's like this connection that we have. He emails me before I got to him, and I'm like, man, I was just thinking about you. And he's like, oh, so was I, and I'm going to come back. I'm like, that's amazing. So he does 2 live shows yesterday, and now we have Greg back in the mix, and I think the world feels good again, right? It's like we're where we should be. So we've got all of our peeps are back. Greg, I think, is at, by the way, like 987 subscribers right now. Waylon, I think, is about 900 and change. We got to get these guys over the 1K mark pretty soon. So I know that you all here on the live show are already subbed to those guys, but maybe tell some folks, and let's have them crest that boundary, shall we? All right. Looking a lot of hellos here. Waylon is sure to say, surely missed you, Greg, while you were gone. 100%, right? It's so good to see Greg, and a lot of really good, comments here coming in for Greg. That's great to see. All right, let's get to today's content. Today, what I want to do is this. I'm going to actually do a little comparison study, and I don't know if I have a slide prepared for this. I don't think I do actually. I guess I do. Here it is. I want to do a comparison between the Skill 66 strategy that we've been working through and the Quarter Pounder with Ease. And the reason why is this. Brian brought this up to me yesterday, and he reminds me of something that I have said to you in the past, which is rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. I did a show a little while back called the Come Bet and Place Bet, where it wasn't a come bet versus place bet. It was like, let's look at how they both work. They should both be tools in your arsenal, and they both win on a different rhythm. Both the come bet and place bet are at risk at different times. There are times where they're both at risk because you're in the middle of a roll, but there are times when either one of them has more or less risk than the other, and they win at different times, which I think is interesting from A, the house edge perspective, but B, the win rate perspective. Brian reminds me that the Quarter Pounder with Ease is a 2-roll strategy, where the Skill 66 is a 2-hit strategy. And there's nuance in there in those details, right? The Skill 66 is an inside play. It's 2 inside hits before you're even and ready to go to foundation, where the easy is 2 rolls and you're at foundation. So there's a difference there. The price you pay to get out of the hand quicker, though, is risk. And I want to show you at the table what this looks like. But here again are the basic strategies. The skill 66 starts out with a $66 inside bet. The 5, 6, 8, and 9 at 3 units. On one inside hit, we press to $88, dropping an extra buck. So it costs you $67 to get into this hand. After that second hit, bring it back down to 44 inside or 44 wherever you want it, and you have a $5 profit, and you're out of the hand in 2 hits. That's beautiful. The EZ, the quarter pounder with EZ, is a little more than that. It's $165 out the door. So it's a $60 6 and 8. It's a $5 each of 2 hopping 5s. So it's 60, 60, 10, and then 35 in the field. It's a giant iron cross with a hopping 5 instead of a place 5. Okay, 165 out. Every hit that you take, though, brings back at least a quarter to your rack. So in 2 rolls of the dice that aren't 7s, of course, you're back to even. The difference is you're out. You're out for 165 instead of being out for 66. So your bankroll requirements are a lot bigger. So exactly, Michael, you're giving it the thing. It's a $100 risk, and you're putting more risk out there because you're trying to run from time. Remember, in craps, you're always running from something from an exposure standpoint. So let's go to the table. I'm going to go back to the table. I want to show you with the chips how this looks, and maybe that'll help to explain the larger point that I'm trying to make here. So let me go ahead and switch over to the table view. We're going to go to the table zoomed in. And as you can see, I've got 2 bankrolls set up, okay? And no, I'm not doing a hedge, by the way. I'm going to do no hedge. And again, we're going to talk about why that is, but I'm going to put this up on screen. There will be no hedging today. You can certainly hedge, obviously. I'm going to run the strategy as pure. I want you to see what the raw strategies do and how they work. All right, so let's get them set up. The 66 inside from skill and luck. Let's turn the puck off here. I'm going to put $70 out. And what I've got in my rack, by the way, for each strategy is 5 shots. So I've got $70 5 times for this. Actually, I miscounted one of them. $70 5 times for the skill and luck 66. I've got $165 5 times for the HCS quarter pounder with ease. So we're going to take 5 shooters or 5 shots at this with each one of them. All right, let's show you how they set up, and I'll explain the strategy. So the 66 inside, I'm going to drop $70 to the dealer and say, give me 66 inside, which they will do. They'll take the 50. They're going to give us 5, 3, and 10. And look at, I'll put the 66 in the back. We'll do that back here. So we'll get 15. This will be 18, 18, 18, like so, with $4 back in the rack. I'll put that over here. The way that this strategy purports to work is this. There are, again, 3 units, 15, 18, 18, and 15. If we to roll an inside number, they pay 21 bucks. 21. We're going to drop a buck out of our rack to make our total outlay 66 bucks plus 1 is 67 bucks out. We're going to say 22. Inside pressure. We're going to get all the things pressed up by 1 unit, which brings our inside play now to $84. The next inside hit that you get, any one of these numbers, we get that. That's going to pay. I'll pay it out here in reds. It'll pay 28 bucks, like so. We come back down now. We regress it down to 44. So you're going to come back. Everything gets reduced down to 2 units. Coming back to your rack, if we're going to do the exact math that we started with, let's take a look at the numbers here. There's 50, 60. There's your 70, 50, I'm sorry, 55, 50, 60, 5. There's the 70 bucks that you started with. A little bit of extra juice, okay? This strategy brings you back home in 2 hits, ready for the next one. Just like that. It's a pretty cool little play. And actually these 2 plus those 3 give you a $5 total profit. So you're in $5 in profit, ready to play again, and you're at your foundation, excuse me. And you're at your foundation. 66 inside, press to 88, reduce to 44. You're playing for free with 44 bucks. Beautiful thing. 2 hits, easy, and you're regressed and you're totally safe after those 2 hits. Now, the EZ works a little differently. The HCS EZ works like this. It's 165 out the door. This looks like a $30, I'm sorry, $60, $60, 8. I'll spread those out so you can see them. 60 on each. It's $5 each on the hopping fives. I don't have hops on my table, but these will represent the hops down here. We'll actually put them up here in like their come bets. Those two are the hopping fives. And then you put $35 in the field. And what this means is, if it's not a 7, you're getting paid on something. Let's take the fives, for example. If a 5 were to roll, you would lose the 35 in the field plus one of your fives. You would get paid 75 bucks. I'll actually pay that with some reds. I'll give you 5 reds and 2 greens. You're gonna get paid 75 bucks on this 5. What you do is you replace the 5 that you lost, you put $35 back in the field, you're racking 35 bucks over here. That's nice on a 5. On a 6 or an 8, what would happen is this. You would lose the hopping fives, you would lose the field, but you would win 70 for 60. What that looks like to you, put the hopping fives back, put the 35 back in the field, quarter goes back to your rack, hence the name Quarter Pounder. These always bring you back a quarter. If a field number wins, you'd again lose the hopping fives, but you would win 35 in the field, replace the fives, put a quarter back to your rack. Again, this wins you a quarter, this wins you a quarter, this wins you 35 bucks. So in all cases, you're winning about a quarter, no matter what the outcome is. The difference between the two strategies is this. It's when those hits happen. This needs 2 inside hits back to back in order to work, or 2 inside hits during the roll, which means you could roll 3 field numbers, the 4, the 10, a bunch of other stuff, and not ever hit your inside numbers before the 7. That happened to me yesterday a few times, right? We never did get our 2 hits on 3 or 4 of our rolls because you're waiting for one of these 4 numbers to hit. You're pinpointing in here. The EZ, the Quarter Pounder, has every number covered except for the 7. So any 2 rolls that aren't a 7 and you're out of this hand, okay? Again, the price you pay for that is $165 out of your rack versus 66. So it's less money here on the skill 66 for more time exposed. The EZ, more money exposed for way less time, okay? Again, the risk, again, there's a price for that. The price to get out of this thing with only 2 rolls is a hell of a lot of exposure. The price to get out of this with only 2 rolls, less exposure, but man, you're out there for a lot of time potentially. So if you're rolling around the inside and not in the inside, this gets beat quite a bit. So I want to roll this out and give you a sense of that rhythm here. So I'm going to take this demonstration down and put the 66 bucks back out of my rack. And before I do that, I want to give you a quick lesson in rackology over here. Let's do that. Put these back in and explain this to you. What I've got here in both of my racks, again, the skill 66 is in the back rack. The HCS Quarter Pounder with Ease is in the front rack. I have 5 shooters worth, and we always talk about our goals. Our win goal is 20% if we can get there. I like 20% as a win goal for lots of reasons, primarily because it's easy math. 20% is easy to calculate because here, when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shooters in my rack set up ready to play, 20% means this. If I can win 1 extra shooter's worth, right? If I can keep my bankroll clean plus win 1 more, in other words, win 165, I'm done. Down here, if I can win 70 bucks, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more extra 70 bucks means I'm at 20%. When you break your rack into groups of 5, you got to just double up one of them and you got it, right? If you're breaking your rack in groups of 10, you got to win 2 out of 10. Make sense? 20% is easy to understand when you see it that way. So with that said, let's get it set up. I'm going to set these up ahead of the roll just to make it quick and easy. So we'll get ourselves set up here with the 66 across, or I'm sorry, 66 inside. And let's see, I have too many reds, my fault. With our $4 in change. Yeah, $4 in change. The EZ we're going to set up over here. We're going to go with the 6-8 field. 35 in the field, hopping fives. Okay, the puck is going to be off. I'm going to come out. We're just going to roll this thing out randomly. Brian says this is a strategy designed for a skilled shooter. I'm going to roll it at random. And we're going to do no hedging. Okay, I want you to see the strategies play out. Hedging, especially when I'm demonstrating how these things work, when I hedge, it gives you a false sense of what wins. Okay, you can hedge it if you want to in real time when you're playing it at the casino. Today, you've got to see these strategies win on their own right, not because I've hedged. I think a hedge, to me, gives me a false sense of what it's actually doing. So we're going to not hedge it. We're going to play them straight out, and that's how it's going to be. Here we go. I see I'm going to actually address a couple of things here. So let me go ahead and I'm going to hit that. Here we go. All right, here we go. Right side play on a bender, right? Here it is. The point was 9. Now again, the EZ just needs 2 hits. Any 2 numbers, not a 7. The 66 needs them to be inside hits. What you'll find is that the early 7 aside, the early 7 will crush both of us here. If we get our 2 hits, this person on the EZ is going to be in their collect phase a lot quicker than this person is. Now, they've got to collect more. They've got to collect 165 to start showing profit, but they're going to be on track to start that in an earlier stage. So it's a 4-4 hard 8. We'll do the 66 first. That pays 21 bucks. We're going to drop a buck. 22 pressure. So we're going to press everything up by 1. This person's now at their $88 level. The EZ, lose our 5s, lose our field, but we're going to get paid 70 bucks on that 8. We're going to replace our 5. We're going to replace our field. We're going to rack 25 bucks. This is $25 towards our foundation. Next roll. 5-2-7. All right, it's not good, but it's good for the demonstration. Both strategies get whacked. Let's take it all down. And the net result is each player is down 1/5 of their bankroll. The EZ did collect a quarter. This guy collected nothing, but they're both down 1 full shot, which it feels like it's the same, and it kind of is. On a percentage basis, it is. They're both down the same amount percentage-wise. However, the dollars over here were a lot bigger. So let's go ahead and get reset. Hopping 5s. And we'll do our, there we go. EZ is set back up. We'll get our 66 inside for this guy here. Give me a second to get the chips out. All right, we'll get him set up. Here's 15, 15. All right. And we're back. Let's get a new point. Let's try to avoid the early 7 again. Our new point's going to be a 10. Again, here we go. If we can get 2 non-7s, we're going to be in good shape on both strategies. Aces. Okay, that's beautiful. So here's the thing with the EZ. The EZ, because it's in the field, right? We're going to lose our 5s on a field number, but aces pay double, which means we're getting paid 70 bucks in our field. This player is now done. The EZ, we can pull our field bet and our place bets down completely. And I'm going to pull it all back. So this person right now taking 10 bucks out of this win is back. That whole shooter is back and ready to play. This is their profit. And with before they had the 25 bucks from the last time, they're on their way to building back the one that they lost, right? That person's actually going to start playing their foundational strategy. This person here has had nothing happen yet. They missed out on a roll. So with this guy, let's take our 50 and let's do 44 inside. I'm just going to do, actually I'll do 64 across with him. No. I'm going to do the inside. I'm going to do I'm going to have them both do the same strategy coming out of the gate so we can compare apples to apples. So we're going to go 44 inside with this guy. So there's, let's do like this. All right, so they've got, again, potential profit of 25, 41 bucks in the rack. And again, that's got to go ahead and replenish the shooter we lost. This guy here is on a collect mid. This guy is looking to now to start making money. This guy hasn't even gotten his first press yet. So again, from a rhythm standpoint, the EZ is nice because it gets you to be playing for profit earlier than this guy who's now had 2 rolls come and is still fighting the 7 for 2 rolls. And there is the 7. So the net result of this, the 66 goes down twice in a row. The EZ didn't go down. Matter of fact, they showed a small profit out of the gate instead of going down. So here's a case where 2 rolls versus 2 hits made a big difference on that second shooter. Let's go out one more time here. And again, the skill 66 is going to come back out there 70 bucks. We're going to get 4 change. Put that back in the rack and come right back out with 66. Oh, back here, sorry. The EZ, again, one more time, we'll do the same thing. 60, 60, 35, and the hopping. Here we go, coming out. It'll be a hard 8 for the come out. Point will be 8. There's a 4. So once again, the skill 66 gets nothing out of that roll. The EZ will lose our hopping 5s for sure, but we're going to get paid 35 bucks in the field. We can replace the 5s. We can rack the quarter. And again, I know I've got money here that I could have just stayed on foundation with. I'm doing it shooter by shooter so you can see the rhythm of this thing. That's the reason why I'm doing that. Would I have played this again and avoided this? Probably, if I have enough for foundation. Here we go. It's hit number 1 for the EZ. Still waiting for something here on the 66. There's a 6, 4, 10. So once again, we lose the 5s. We're going to get paid 35 in the field. And now we're considered to be done at this point. We are done. The EZ took 2 hits of any size, right? So there's your 6s and 8s. There's your EZ, or there's your 5s rather, and here is your field. So this can go right back into the rack again. Shooter is clean. Come back up over here, and what we have in our rack now is I've got 75, 85, 95, 96 bucks in the rack. Again, I'm still 165 light because we got whacked early, but we're making progress. Let's go to 44 inside again with this guy. 44, we'll give him 6 change. Where's 50? And now we're back and playing. This guy here is back playing again. All right, skill 66, still waiting for a hit. We took 2 field hits. We're out with the EZ. This one here, it's safe because it's less money, but you got to get those 2 inside hits. You got to target these numbers, and you need a roller that's going to not do that to you, which is what I keep doing, right? We're here again. 3 times in a row, we've gotten beat by that early 7. And again, the EZ, no harm, no foul. Right, we're out of that hand. I think they made about 6 bucks all told there. No big deal. Live to fight another day. Puck is off. Let's do it one more time. The skill 66, we're gonna have to do some fighting here to get back in. So we're gonna go 66 inside. I'll set that right back up from the previous loss. Make it look easy. With 4 change. Got a handful of whites over here. So far, all that this strategy has done is bring back 15 white chips. Actually, I'll keep 5 of them because we need them for change. The EZ, let's go back out again. And what's the point of all this, right? Why do right side players play this way? Like, what is the mentality behind try, fail, try, fail, try, fail? Well, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have these short, gross rolls like I'm doing here. It's gonna happen. What you're looking for though is the one. You're looking for that one roll that goes past the probability. So let's keep rolling here and see if this is that one roll. Let's get a new point. It's a 7 on the come out. We don't care. Let's waste the 7 now on the way out the door, right? Let's do that. There's 2 7s in a row on the come out. If you're a back wall A guy, if you're a don't pass guy, you're in trouble here. There's 3 7s in a row on the come out. People say that never happens. It happens all the time. 415. New point is going to be a 5. Here we go. 527. Ooh, boy, that was gross. That was 4 7s and 5 rolls. Guys, 4 7s in 5 rolls. Both players go down in a fiery ball of death right there. That's it. That's going to be the whole thing. The skill 66 has done 0. Matter of fact, this guy better have a stop loss of 0 because he's about to go to his last shot. Here we go. 70 bucks. 66 inside, please. We'll do one last set. Greg, I know that you're watching. One thing that you have missed since you've been gone is the fact that I have turned into the world's biggest 7 throwing machine. I'm telling you, I have, this right here is the new normal for us. I think I counted 1 chip wrong. Okay, here we go, coming out. Everybody is set. 538 is the new point. Let's get this to be the roll. I'm pretty confident. There's a 10, 6, 4, 10. So the EZ, we'll lose our 5s, get paid 35 in the field. I'm sorry, I'm a chip light there. 35 in the field. There we go there. Racking up the quarter. Next roll is a 1, 2, 3 shocker, but didn't leave my money. I'm sorry about that. 35 bucks right there. We'll pay another 35 bucks. Lose our hopping 5s. We can virtually replace them because what I'm going to do is bring all this money back to the rack because we're done. We've hit our quarter goal 2 times. This player is out of the hand. This player is still waiting for their second hit. We're going to come back out here with, again, 44 inside. Can I get 1 hit? $6 change for your 50. And let's go. I think I might have shorted myself a quarter there, but let's go. We'll play it through anyway. 6, 4, 10. All right, nobody gets help on the 10. Again, this strategy hasn't collected 1 dime off this table yet, and there's another freaking 7. Wow. Okay, so the skill 66 down in flames today. Huge bummer, man. I mean, that thing didn't win 1 time. And whose fault is that? It's the shooter's fault, right? The EZ did its thing. We did lose twice, right? We're down to 3 shooters plus this little piddly profit down here. It's not even profit, it's just working our way back. But again, on those ugly short rolls, that is what happens. And it happens more often when I'm rolling live for you than it, well, maybe not. Maybe that's how it worked in the casino too. When I'm at the casino, I see this happen right here more often than I see the long roll. So with that said, I'm gonna set it back up again. I'm gonna actually get the racks reset to 5 and run 1 more series with you because we got a few minutes of open time and I wanna see the rhythm. I wanna see that damn thing win at least once so we can get a sense of when it wins and how it wins. So let's get our, give me a second to get my rack set back with 5 more shots. We're gonna go to the ATM. We're gonna go ahead and buy in and get the skill 66 back into the game. 1 more. Okay, they're back in. The HCS needs 5 greens and I think it's 7 whites. 5 greens and 8 reds. I'm sorry, 5 greens and 8 reds to get out. All right, there's shooter number 2. And 1 more. All right, let's get him set up. All right, HCS is out. Skill 66 in for 70 bucks. It's gonna get $6 and change. I'm sorry, $4 and change. And out we go. I got a feeling that this is going to be the roll. I got a feeling. You all have a feeling? Here we go. I'm actually going to change out my dice. I'm going to get those 7 stinky, smelly dice out of here. We're going to go to Yahtzee dice. Here we go. We're going to come out to a new number. It's going to be a 5. Let's get it rolling here. Yahtzee dice for the win. Come on, baby. 6, 3, 9. Okay, that's good. Finally, something different is going to happen. Again, on the HCS, we're going to lose the 5s. We're going to win 35 in the field. That replaces the 5s. Racks a quarter. The skill 66 gets paid 21. Drop a buck. 22 pressure. Let's get this thing built back up and down. 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. So again, what's going to happen here in the skill 66? That pays 28 bucks for that $24 6. We bring it all down to 44 inside, like so. This all comes back to you, okay? Into the rack we go with that, and I'm just going to set it right up for the next shooter. So it's going to be 25, 50, 65. There's our 70 bucks for the next shooter. This over here, on that 6, we'll get paid 70 bucks. 70 bucks. We lose this. We lose the field. I'm going to virtually replace them both so you can see it. Quarter goes back to the front side of the rack, and the EZ, I'm going to set these back. So that shooter, bankroll is tight on both systems. They both have their original bankroll back. They're both going to be out here playing 44 inside. Now here's where the rhythm is interesting to me, because watch this. We're going to go 44 inside. In this case, how do I say this right? In this case, the difference is they both won at the same time. We got 2 inside hits initially. Now what's going to happen is the skill 66, every hit is going to be profit towards, they only have to win 70 bucks to be out of this, to be out of the game. 70 bucks to be at 20% profit. This person has to turn this 44 into 165 to be at 25% or 20%. So you pay this big price, big bankroll to get to here fast, right? Which is good. That's a fee that you pay. It's an exposure risk that you pay to get here fast, and it's gotten here fast almost every single time, which is fantastic. You're seeing that that's working. But now on the backside of this, to make this win at least that much money, it's got to win 165 to be at 20%. You have to work hard here. Over here at the same starting level, 44 inside, this one just has to win a few times to get the 70 bucks. Now, if this happens to be the roll, this person will get to profit faster as well. They had less exposure at the outset. There's a 516. They had more exposure in terms of time, but now they're actually going to be on a faster trajectory. So they're both going to win 14 bucks. We're going to play it the same way on both sides. We're just going to do the pineapple press inside on both of them. So I'm going to press the 6 and the 8 both and take back $2. The same thing for the person in the front. We're going to get paid 14 bucks, and we're going to do inside out pressing. They're going to go to 14. I'm sorry, 12, with $4 coming back. So both players are on the same program here. Let's see if we can get enough hits. We don't get enough hits, but that's okay. The 527 is fine. Both players were at 0 risk. Both players were about to go inside, outside, outside, and be close to profit level. So hopefully that kind of shows the difference in rhythm. What I'd like to get, I'm actually going to force this to happen so I can talk through this scenario, because this can come up with both of these. Let's get them both set back up again and make sure that we can, because we've seen the bad case. I want to show you the more interesting case. So let's get the puck off. And again, we're going to go with our 66 inside back here. I think I've talked through this, but I want to make sure I can show it to you with the actual chips. So that's going to be here. HCS, go back out one more time. All right. Let's take the scenario where we get some offsetting hits. Let's say that we get this. We get a 5. That 5 is a bad example because this is going to be out of the hand too quick. Let's do like a, I don't know, like a 6. Let's get a 6. We roll a 6. And what's going to happen here is this. This player in the front, they're going to win a quarter. When all the things change, they net 1/4 on the 6. This player in the back is going to be at 21, drop the nickel, and we're going to press it all up. Now we get a 10, or let's say, yeah, let's get at 6, 4, 10. What happens here is, again, you lose these, but you're going to win a net quarter on that transaction, and that person's out of the hand. So here's a case where we took the 2 hits, right? This player back here is going to be at 44 inside. Well, I'll get him set up. Ahead of this person in the back getting that second hit. So they both experienced the same 2 numbers rolling, okay? The EZ has a little bit of profit and 44 happening. This person's still waiting for the second point to hit, okay? Let's assume that we get, I don't know, let's make it be a 9. Let's make this be a 9, okay? We get a 9 coming in. Now, the person in the back, the 66, is going to get paid their $28 finally. Here comes the 28 bucks for that 9 being hit. They can come down. They have just now regressed and are considered to be out of the hand. They're even in the hand right now. Sorry, it took me a while to get the chips all cleaned up here. All right, they're even, and they're playing at 44. At the same time, this person was already there because they took the 2 earlier hits. They're now showing profit. The person in the front of the rack is actually able to now start whatever they're going to do. If they're going to go pressing, right, they're going to get paid on the 9, 14 bucks. They can now start their press, or they can just start racking profit. Either way, they're a whole roll ahead of this person in that circumstance. So that's a difference, right? That's the thing with, I talk about rhythm all the time. The EZ gets you here faster, so you're collecting quicker. Now they're in profit. This person just got here to foundation. If that took 4 rolls, this person might have collected 4 times before this person ever gets to being able to collect, if that makes sense, right? They're both decent and fun strategies. They both are based on sound principles. It's about when your risk is and what risk you have. EZ, enormous bankroll risk, but you're short exposure-wise. The 66, smaller bankroll risk, longer time exposure. Hope that makes sense when I explain it that way. So that to me is the difference. It's not about which one wins more money. It's about when they're at risk and when they're exposed and how that looks out. So that's what I want to see. All right, here we go. Let's come back to the screen. Let's talk about it in person. All right, I'm going to go through the, I'm going to go through my glass. Sorry for the glare on the glasses. I'm going to go through the notes here. What are you saying here, Waylon? Show us by rolling it out. You know what? I'll roll it out at night. I can do it. When I'm doing in the morning shows, I only have an hour, right? Because I've got work. And so what I'm trying to do here, Waylon, is give the, how do I say this right? The strategy talk, the theory talk in the morning. And I'll go live later on. I'll roll them out. So I hope you understand what I'm doing here. So, and you're right. I've been trying to make them win for a week, and I've won nothing. I've got my ass kicked every morning here. And again, it's my rolls, right? I'm getting 0.7 out every freaking time. So it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and roll some of these things out live in a later session, but I think the morning show is not the time for that. So I will get on you there for sure. And Brian, I disagree here. Brian's saying he wants me to give the skill 66 the same bankroll. I think not. I think you're giving it the same, it's all about percentages, right? 5 shooters of 66 versus 5 shooters of 165. They have work to do. You're trying to win 20% based on 5 cracks at it. And that's what I'm trying to show here. Not about dollars, it's about percentages for me. So sure, if you can skew the numbers with your control, absolutely. And again, both those strategies would be great if you could throw, right? And I'm literally winging them from 6 feet away. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to do is become ultra random here and make sure that I'm not skewing the numbers by rolling from where I'm rolling. And that's, I think, that is the reason for how I'm doing that. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, and Eric, that's a great point. The short roll, and you can see it, the short rolls happen so freaking much, right? That EZ is good to beat the super short roll. It's not as good as other things. I think that the horseman profits better on a short roll because it's designed for it, and they can turn into other things. But that, I think, is what happens. And you're right, when this happens the same way in the casino. So again, I'm working, yeah, I'm seeing what else is in here. Let's see. Yes, Duracell, effective dice setter. George is doing it. George is actually logging, I don't know, what he's 500 rolls a day or some shit like that for the whole year. He's putting everything out there, which is pretty cool. So, all right. Trying to see if there's anything else that I need to address here in the chat before I go. If I missed anything in the chat, drop me a quick note to go backwards, but I'm trying to go back here and take a look and see what I've missed. So, let's see. All right. Sorry for the boring silence here. I'm just taking a look to see what's going on. Yeah, John was Mr. Sevens. Yes, John was Mr. Sevens again today, of course. Cool. I see that Dan DVD said the ladder system has helped you a lot. That's cool. And laddering systems are great, right? Laddering systems are great the way that Wayland runs them. You just got to have the bankroll. And when I say bankroll, I'm not saying thousands. I'm saying chip count. You need chip count to keep putting out there. Make sure you've got the chip count. You can ladder at the lower levels. Just got to be $5 chips. Just can't be hundreds, right? That's the thing. Keep the chip count in play when you're talking about ladders. All right. I think that goes to be about it. So, yeah, the horseman, the reason I'm telling you, Wayland, the reason why I made the horseman with Greg is because he and I roll so many freaking sevens when we're rolling, and I see them at the tables too. It's made for that. I win with that thing every time at the casino. It's a way to fund other stuff. And I find that I play the horseman, I win enough to go to foundation. I go to foundation and I get a 7 and lose what I won. It just seems to be like it needs to be kind of a longer term thing. Anyway, good deal. So Wayland, thanks for the heads up. I will definitely get some more longer rolls in here for sure and try and work this thing through with actual controlled tossing. So I'll do that for sure later on. My emoji. Oh yeah. I gotta put the beard on the emoji. That's funny. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. It is getting on now 10 o'clock my time. I got to get to work. And again, thanks for the extra coming in late. I know that we're helping Brian out by giving him morning times, but it pushes everything back my day an hour. I know it pushes your days back an hour. So I appreciate the time. I got to cut this one short because again, I have the actual work to do. So I'll be back probably tonight. And I think like Wayland wants me to, I'll roll some live for a while and put a couple hours of session in this thing and we'll get some sense of it. So cool. That's it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks again. Welcome back to the world here, Greg. Good to see you again. And God bless all of you. Have a great day. Bye.